Okay, I'm just going to do a quick video here. We've got one of the solid state relays from the main board, which has come from, let me just dig this out here so it's not shining too much, just from this area here. And there's a whole row of these you can see that need to be tested. There's some more along here, and then on the other side there's a whole load more of them, and that's just on this one board. There's another board off to one side. So I'm just trying to illustrate at this stage the time that it takes. So I've got one of these solid state relays here, and I've soldered some fairly stiff wire onto the pins so that I can afford some sort of a test here. I've got the power supply. I'm just feeding it 6 volts, ground return, and then up here we've got my little quick diagram that I've drawn on the basis of the datasheet that I've pulled off the internet, which is on the basis of the part number that's written across the top. Okay, so down here we've got a large power resistor. It's a 3-4 watt 100 ohm resistor. I'm measuring the voltage across it with the multimeter so we can see what voltage is applied across the resistor. The idea of this is to act as a load. This could simulate a motor or a light or whatever the relay needs to power. It's just to give the relay something to chew on, basically. So I'm going to connect the load to the relay, and it's got 2 outputs. Each output has 2 pins, and the idea is just to share the current across the 2 pins. So I need to check each pin for each output. So this leg here is output number 1, pin number 1, and at the moment there's no voltage across it because input 1 hasn't been activated. And to activate it, we put a voltage across here, and we see that we get 6.9 volts across the resistor, and the resistor is starting to get warm, and the back of the device is starting to get warm. So that output works. We know that it works. Now I need to check again. This is output number 1, but this is leg number 2. Same deal. And we get about 7 volts on the output. Excellent. And also, when I've removed the input just now, and we can see that it goes back down to 0. This is output number 2, leg number 1. Just apply this to input number 1. There's 7 volts. And it returns to 0. Good. Output 2, leg number 2. Okay, 7 volts. And that device is getting quite warm now. Okay, so I'm sure you can imagine what a pain it is to solder everything together. That now all needs removing and cleaning up so that it can be put back onto the main board. It needs to be soldered back onto the main board in a professional manner, and you know, all the rest of these solid state relays removing and the same test being done on each one. Okay, just thought that might be interesting. Thanks for watching.